we are really happy to have this feature because if we didn't have it, we would need to do a lot of work to create these different versions, and it helped us to be more efficient. That this is one of as a product manager, this is one of the things that obsess me, to be more efficient and to do things quicker and better. So it's something that we really appreciate to have.
Welcome to another episode of Prepr Talks, and in this series we invite industry leaders to discuss the creation of exceptional customer experiences using a headless CMS. And today we are excited to have Raimon Martin, the lead product manager at Innovamat. Welcome, Raimon.
Hi, thank you for having me.
And he joins us to talk about how they use a headless CMS to personalize courses, because that's what you do. We'll dive into that a lot deeper. And but first of all, maybe Raimon, you can introduce yourself and Innovamat a little bit.
Okay. Well, as you said, I'm Raimon. I'm the lead PM here at Innovamat, and I am in charge of a product team, but I'm an individual contributor for one of our products. And this product is what we call the Classroom Manager. It's a website, a digital product, web app that teachers use to prepare and teach lessons, math lessons for students. And I am also in charge of the B2C product, which is an app, a game that children can use to learn math. And there is another product team, which is in charge of the internal products and processes at Innovamat and all this kind of stuff. So more or less, this is who I am and what I do. And Innovamat is a company that was founded in 2017. We are focused on math right now. We will see in the future what we can do, but right now we only do math. And what we want to do is to contribute to improving to learn the science through coaching, research, and giving kids a different way to learn maths through manipulative objects and in a different way that we used to learn when we were kids. So
a better way to learn than we were kids.
Yeah.
And you are targeting the Spanish-speaking world, because there are lots of well-known English companies in these kinds of talks, and maybe people didn't hear about Innovamat, but you are really targeting the Spanish-speaking world.
Yeah, we are right now. We have like 2,000 schools, but we are in 9 countries. We mostly in Spain, where we have a lot of schools right now. I think I don't know that number, but we are in Spain. We are starting to grow in the United States. We started last year, and this year we are seeing some good news there. We are also in Mexico, in Chile, Ecuador, Colombia, Brazil, and Peru, and also in Italy. So we tried United States next year. The United States and Brazil will become bigger, and we are trying to do efforts there to grow as much as we can.
Yeah. So it's quite big.
Yeah,
it's quite big. Yeah.
We are now 300 employees at Innovamat, and when I started 4 years ago, we were 40. So you can we have grown a lot, and this is something that it's hard to handle, but I think we are doing fine.
Yeah, and to be sure, the schools are your clients, so it's not the students, it's the schools that purchase the plans, the courses.
Yeah, totally. We have a little part, as I said, that this is our B2C app. This goes in another way, but our main business is with the schools. We have a big sales teams that go to schools, explain what is our proposal, how does it work, what we can offer them, and this is how we acquire more schools. Um, and this is something difficult because you have to adapt to every country, and we also have to adapt our content to the curricula of every country that we try to be there. Yeah.
Yeah. And as I saw on the website, it's not only a digital
No.
course that you provide, but yeah, maybe you can explain a little bit about that. What
Yeah.
else do you provide?
We provide basically three things. There is a book for children to do the practice that they need to do to learn maths. So like the book we had, but with different exercises. We have that digital product that teachers use, where they can find those sessions or lessons. We call them sessions, where there are every session is like an hour of class where the teacher must explain some activities for a particular math concept. And then we have also the app. But during a week, depending on the school, but more or less, there are three hours where the teacher explains and talks and everyone in the class participates more or less, but there are no digital tools there. And then there is 1 hour a week where the students use the app, where they practice the things that they were teach the other 3 hours. And this is more or less how it works. Then the teachers, the session guides that the teachers have in the digital product, in the classroom manager, are also available on offline in the book. And this is one of the things that we have improved using Prepr. We have transitioned from having to create those books, send them to the printer using InDesign and this kind of software. Now we create them through Prepr, and we print. We have created a web printed version that we can actually send to the printers, and it is working very well for us. It's a lot of work, but it's cheaper than what we have before.
Yeah, because you started out more or less as a paper based course, and now transitioned to
we were
a digital
a
course.
paper based because we had those books that the teachers used during all the course, but there were no digital product. The digital resources were in different platforms like YouTube and Drive, and the teachers needed to look for those resources for every session. So it was not a good experience for them. And we created those classroom manager where they can find for every session you can find everything there. You don't have to move. We are working in a new version that it's also really we have enhanced the mobile experience, so the teacher right next year will be able to, while he's doing class, look at the phone if he wants or she wants, and see the notes or the things that she needs to do that session. So we try to make life easier for teachers to improve the lessons and the math quality of what they are teaching.
Yeah. And what I found interesting is that there's still homework involved for the students.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that didn't change
No.
in all those years.
No.
Yeah.
We are not particularly devoted to homework, but teachers can send homework to students, and this is something that we handle with in two ways. They have this I don't know the word in English. It's cuaderno in Spanish. It's like a little book, a practice book, But
Mm-hmm.
you also can practice with the app, and teacher can manage the time that the students spend in the app every week. So we try not to create digital dependent students.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, so they are like the most that the time is limited maximum to I think it's 15 minutes a week.
Ah, yeah, nice. Okay, the thing that triggered us to invite you for this interview is there's lots to be said about online education and how you organize this, and you gave us a nice introduction here.
Hmm.
But the thing that really triggered this is that we saw that when you use the Headless CMS to organize all the content of your courses
Hmm.
in Prepr, then, but in a Headless CMS in general, that you are uh, making quite an effort to optimize these courses year over year
Hmm.
with the teachers that have these
Yeah.
courses. And that we found very interesting because, of course, it makes a lot of sense to organize and structure all your content in a Headless CMS and put it out there,
Hmm.
but that you also use that to create better courses every year. So before diving into how you do this with Prepr and what tools you use for that, maybe you can introduce us a little bit on how this optimization process for these courses work and how you deal with that with teachers and yeah.
Okay. Well, we have several ways to gather feedback from our teachers to understand what could be improved from those lessons. So, in fact, we have Innovamat employees that work also as teachers in the schools. So, this for us is really helpful because there is something firsthand problems that we can handle with them. Uh, we also do a lot of visits. We go to schools. We stay. We see what they are doing at class, showing our sessions and going through the different parts of the lessons. And we also gather feedback through the classroom manager. When they finish a lesson, they can send us feedback about what how well did the session went, if was any particular problem, and through the year we gather all this feedback and we find the pieces that we need to iterate to improve. So this is mainly what we do, and this is a very important part of the work that we do every year, because we understand that we have to adapt to what without losing our essence, adapt to what teachers need. So yeah, we do a lot of work on that.
Yeah, okay. And then maybe we can dive into uh, how you set this up. You told about the offline process and the discussions you have with schools and teachers, but we noticed that you in the Headless CMS in Prepr, you created a personalization
Mm.
to show different
Yeah,
versions of courses to different people. So that,
yeah,
of course, triggered us because we see all kinds of use cases for personalization, but this one was new for us. So we
uh-huh.
see a lot of home pages that adapt to
Yeah,
audiences and A/B testing and stuff. But this was a new one. So maybe you can take us by the hand and from where this started and what you are doing there.
yeah. We when we see that we were able to do this kind of personalizations in Prepare, we were thrilled because we need to. There are different things that need to be personalized. For example, different countries can see different kind of math notation, for example, or with this iteration process that we do with our lessons, we have to work on the lessons before the end of the year. So if we change the lessons during the course, we could do some problems to the teacher. So what we have done is create a personalization that only a segment of the users can see. Those users are internal users. And while the course is going on, we can see the new version that will be published at the start of the new year. This is one of the personalizations that we do. The other one that we are using right now is for the printed version. As you can imagine, in the lesson, there are some things that you say that if you are working the digital product are totally different from the paper. I don't know. If I am referring to a link, if I am in the screen, I can say click the link and go there. But in the printed version, I have to say go to the digital product and look for that. So with this kind of differences, we are doing that with the personalization feature, and this is very helpful for us for the both use cases. And we also have a third use case that, for example, we are working on some US content, and in different states of the United States, they use different standards. So we have to show different things, or everything that you learn in math is attached to a standard. So when we say, when you do that, you will be improving that standard. This standard is different in one region and the other. So we are also personalizing this kind of stuff with the personalization feature in Prepr.
Yeah. And are you then only personalizing or localizing based on geography, on location, or are there other
Right now,
ways that you focus?
on localization in the region, we use a custom tag that we send to Prepr, and we send region and the name of the region, and we use that to personalize. And also, we have created for the print version a custom tag also to identify the users that have to see the printed version.
Yeah. And can you explain a little bit about how you segment these users? Because as I understand this, then you segment users based on maybe on data from a CRM or something, and then you decide, okay, this user is eligible for the segment, and you send a tag to Prepr to segment. Is that the way it works?
More or less, inside the Classroom Manager, we have an architecture where a user has to be assigned to an organization. For us, an organization is a school, and a school is assigned to a physical region and an operative region. The physical region is where the school is, and the operative region is what contents does the school use, because you can have tricky things like, for example, in Chile, there are schools that use the Italian curriculum. So it's kind of tricky, but it works like that.
Mm-hmm.
This helps us to segment the users, and we send those information to Prepr through the script that Prepr provides, and then the segments are so easy to create that there is no problem there.
Yeah. Okay, and then you have this set up in Prepr, and the different course material and print options, etc., are segmented, so different audiences see these options or don't see these options. So for how long has this been running now? How long do you think it is in place?
I think more or less 6 months since the first implementation, and we are really happy to have this feature, because if we didn't have it, we would need to do a lot of work to create these different versions, and it helped us to be more efficient. That this is as a product manager, this is one of the things that obsess me, to be more efficient and to do things quicker and better. So it's something that we really appreciate to have.
Nice. Yeah. My question was going to be, so in this 6 months, what were the the things that you learned from that question still is open. But what was the benefit of of the first 6 months? Do you see any results of that? So it's you already explained that it's more it's an efficiency
Hmm.
gain that you really got from
Yeah,
that.
and there is something that has improved a lot, that we can work on the next year during the year. You can imagine that if we didn't have that in summer, we will need to update all the sessions at once. Now we have time to review the uh, the people that create the content can see online what is happening, if it's working well. They can go to teachers and show the new version, talk to them. This is very powerful for us, and gives a lot of value. That it's what we really need, and it's more efficient, and we are um, more sure that what we are doing is it's correct.
Yeah, yeah, great. So now you have this first experience. Are you planning on expanding on that? Maybe you can give us a little insight in that. Other ideas, maybe.
Uh, right now, I don't really know if we are going to do more things. For example, we have when we were looking for a headless CMS, our main purpose was to have a software that helped us to create those lessons, and that's all. But this is not personalization, but you as long as you get used to use a headless CMS, you start to see different opportunities. For example, we also use Prepr to create kind of a banner system that inside the classroom manager we send notifications to teachers to, for example, if we have, I don't know, like a training or whatever, or a coaching session, we set we create these banners and inform the teacher about that. Uh, Previously, we needed to send emails to inform about that, so this is also something that has improved the user experience of the overall experience within Innovamat. And with the personalization, I think that we are going to see more and more things that can be solved through that. But right now, I don't have an idea. We are working on the new version of the Classroom Manager, a new UI. So we are focused on that right now, and we don't need more work right now.
A redesign project.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
also yeah. It's having an impact on the team
yeah.
always. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Nice. So you're working with it now for 6 months. You have some experience with it,
Hmm.
and so you've already told us about the benefits that it gives you. There are also probably some challenges in there. Maybe you can share some do's and don'ts or some tips and tricks when working with personalization that
Yeah,
you some insights that you gathered over this 6 months.
yeah. In fact, when we started using personalization, I saw that there were some schemes that we were already using that were not created thinking on personalization because it didn't exist. So right now, if we want to apply personalization to these schemes, we have to change them and create the content again. So if someone is planning on implementing personalization, it's good to try to move and have a big picture of what are you going to do. Try uh, to go beyond the first thing that you are thinking of, and check out what have you created. Because if we have done that, I would probably have created the schemes different on some of the content items. But this is probably the thing that it's more important, I think, when you are thinking about that. And also keep in mind that you will start using that. We have a colleague here, Matt, that always says the same, that when you use software, there is the Jurassic Park effect, that nature has its own way, and you start using something. and then you start seeing new opportunities, and the thing starts to grow, and it's every day it's bigger. So keep in mind that, and try to have a big vision of what you want to accomplish.
Yeah, yeah, I like that,
Mm.
and also like the first insight that you say that implementing personalization also affects your content structure and your
Yeah.
schema. That you have to think about that carefully, especially if you want to keep it manageable when things are across your whole website.
Hmm.
And how do you set this up?
Hmm.
And yeah, okay, very nice. Yeah, I think we are nearing the end of this interview. We're almost 25 minutes in, I see, and we didn't talk about AI, which is quite an accomplishment in an interview
Yeah.
nowadays. But still, I'm curious because we hear a lot about AI, and is this a big thing for you as a team as well? AI in course material?
Yeah, but we are being a, a bit cautious about what we want to do with AI. Uh, of, we could implement some kind of easy AI, but we don't want to do that. We want to create something that it's attached to our core, so that really gives something that it's values for our users. And we are, of course, we are looking into it, but we want to go up slower than other companies. But yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, of course we are looking into it, and we
yeah,
think that
yeah.
we can help a lot with AI, but we want to do it well.
Yeah. And oftentimes when you look at a specific company or industry, the use cases for AI are very obvious.
Hmm.
Like when you are a writer, of course, then AI can help you a lot. So, but when I think about course material for students, that I don't have an immediate use case that I think, oh, that's where AI
Well,
helps
in,
me.
in, in the digital classroom, in the classroom manager, one of the things that I am thinking about is, for example, trying to help teachers identify which part of the sessions are meant to, or are easier for a particular kind of students. Or, for example, if I have a special student that needs more attention, what, how can I customize this activity to match those students?
Yeah,
Because we have data about the students. We know where they are better. I don't know if they are better in calculus, and I don't know, in algebra there is a problem, and there is an activity that touches one of the two things. I don't know. How can I adapt this? And there is something. There is a. the- I think that in that particular thing there is a space to help teachers through AI, because we can teach that we can um, uh, I don't get the word right now, but yeah, we can train AI through our way of thinking about maths to give an answer to the teacher about that. So this is, as I said, this is attached to our core as a company and of our values. So this is the kind of AI I think it's important to implement. I don't want to
yeah.
implement a chatbot.
Yeah, exactly,
Mhm.
exactly. Yeah, and this will be very
Yeah,
interesting to see how you can get insights from student behavior and then provide teachers with these insights to better
yeah,
uh, train these students.
that's it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
very nice. Okay, well, I think it was very interesting. Any closing thoughts?
Uh,
We used to have David Letterman with some final thoughts on some things that hasn't been said that need to be said.
Not for my side, I think. Just that I'm very happy to use Prepare, and that I am really thankful that the support team is also very. They are always there helping us, and every question that I send a lot of questions about whatever goes through my head, and they are always there to help us. So I'm very happy to be using Prepare, and I think that it's a really good product, and that's all. Happy to have found you.
Yeah, well, good to hear that, of course. And Yeah, and thank you very much for sharing your story about how you optimize these courses through Prepr and use optimization tools like personalization.
Mhm.
It's very insightful. So yeah, thank you very much for being here, and well, the best of luck with Innovamat and your optimization journey that you are doing. And
Okay.
I think we would be happy to talk to you in 12, maybe 24 months time, see where you are there then
Okay.
at the
We
time.
can do that.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.